Good morning, students. This is in the continuation of the pronoun and we are studying how to use pronoun with singular and plural nouns. Before we go ahead, let's have a look on English pronoun. English pronoun is used according to person, number, gender and case of the noun. Person, subject pronouns, object pronouns, possessive adjectives, possessive pronouns, reflexive pronouns. First person subject pronouns I, object pronoun me, possessive adjective my, possessive pronoun mine, reflexive pronoun myself. Second person subject pronoun you, object pronoun you, possessive adjective your, possessive pronoun yours, reflexive pronoun yourself. Third person male, subject pronoun he, object pronoun him, possessive adjective his, possessive pronoun his, reflexive pronoun himself. Third person female, subject pronoun she, object pronoun her, possessive adjective her, possessive pronoun hers and reflexive pronoun herself. Third person thing, subject pronoun it, object pronoun it, possessive adjective its, possessive pronoun not used, reflexive pronoun itself. First person plural pronoun, subject pronoun we, object pronoun us, possessive adjective our, possessive pronoun ours, reflexive pronoun ourselves. Second person plural you, subject pronoun, object pronoun you, possessive adjective your, possessive pronoun yours, reflexive pronoun yourselves. Third person and thing, plural pronoun, subject pronoun they, object pronoun them, possessive adjective their, possessive pronoun theirs, reflexive pronoun themselves. So students, we were reading how to use pronouns with singular and plural nouns. When two singular nouns joined by and are preceded by each or every, the pronoun must be singular as every soldier and every sailor was in his place. Here in this example, soldier and sailor are singular noun joined by and they are preceded by every. So in this situation, single pronoun his is used. You can notice in red letter, his single pronoun is used. When two or more singular nouns are joined by or, either or neither nor, the pronoun is generally singular as, second sentence, Rakesh or Rajesh must lend his hand. Rakesh or Rajesh means either Rakesh or Rajesh. In other words, one of them. So in this state, single pronoun his is used. When a plural noun and a singular noun are joined by or nor, the pronoun must be in the plural. As here in this example, either the Prime Minister or his ministers failed in their duty. Here in this example, Prime Minister is single noun and ministers plural noun joined by or, which means either the Prime Minister or ministers failed in their duty. So in this case, their, T-H-E-I-R, plural pronoun is used for the noun ministers. Now, the next demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun points to some noun going before or which is already in the mind of the speaker. These pronouns are used to point something specific within a sentence. They represent a thing near or far in distance or time. I'm repeating once again. These pronouns are used. Which pronouns are used? Demonstrative pronouns are used to point something specific within a sentence. They represent a thing near or far in distance or time. In these examples, these are demonstrative pronoun as they are pointing to the things. Like, this is a bouquet from my mother. So this demonstrative pronoun is pointing to bouquet. These are merely excuses. Here the pronoun, demonstrative pronoun, is pointing to merely excuses. Both cars are good, but this is better than that. Here this and that are pointing to the cars. This, that, etc. are demonstrative adjectives when they are used with nouns. Like, this book is mine, these books are mine, that pen is yours, those pens are yours, what was that noise, all such people ought to be avoided. In these sentences, this, these, that, those, what, all such, these are used with or before noun. So that's why they are demonstrative adjectives. Now, indefinite pronoun. Indefinite pronoun is one which is used indefinitely. That is, it is not used as a substitute for some particular noun, but for some person or thing in general. In other words, when we don't want to project or indicate particular person, place or thing, we use indefinite pronouns. Like, one hardly knows what to do. So here we are not particularizing any person. It means anyone, anybody else. One cannot be too careful of one's good name. So one and ones are indefinite pronouns in this line. One must not praise oneself. One and oneself, both are indefinite pronouns. None of his poems are well known. All were drowned. Some are born great. Somebody has stolen my watch. Nobody was there to rescue the child. Few escaped unhurt. Many of them were Indians. We did not see any of them again. Note it. Take a note. Few, many, any, others, anybody. They are also counted as indefinite pronouns. Now, relative pronoun. Relative pronoun not refer to some noun going before, as demonstrative pronoun does, but it also joins two sentences together, which a demonstrative pronoun doesn't do. Do you remember demonstrative pronoun? This, these, that, those, such, etc. are the demonstrative pronoun. Now, relative pronoun are like who, whom, whose, which, where, what, that. These are relative pronoun. Example, I met Hari, who had just returned. Here in this sentence, relative pronoun who, you can see in red, is used for Hari. It also joins two sentences together as well. If we break the sentence, we find it has two sentences. One is I met Hari and another Hari had just returned. And these two sentences, small sentences, are joined by the relative pronoun who. Other example, here is the book that you gave me. The girl whose mobile has been lost is crying, I have found the pen which I had lost. You can see that they are relating and joining. They are relating to nouns and they are joining sentences as well. So they are relative pronoun. In general rule, who is used for persons only. Okay, like the man who, we have used who for a man. The girl who stood first in race is my sister. The boy who took my book is my neighbors. So generally we use who for persons only. Who is sometimes used in referring to animals also, like the horse, just for example I have not given here, who is sometimes used in referring to animal also, sometime. Okay, Relative pronoun whose is used in speaking of persons, but sometimes of things without life. For example, the sun whose rays give life to the earth is regarded as a god. So here we have used whose relative pronoun for the sun, that is without life. The next sentence is, this is the question whose solution has not been found. So we have used relative pronoun whose for the thing that is without life. Okay. Next, relative pronoun which is used for things without life and for animals. The time which is lost forever. We have used which for the time that is without life. Okay, and then we also use the relative pronoun which for animals, like the horse which I recently bought is an Arabian. The next is interrogative pronoun, is one which asks a question. You will notice that the underlying or red pronouns are similar to relative pronouns, but interrogative pronouns do different work. They are used for asking questions, not for joining and referring to some nouns, and are therefore called interrogative pronoun. Like, who is there, who are you, whom do you want, whose is this book, which is the best shop, what do you want. So who, whom, whose, which, what, all these are interrogative pronoun as they are asking something. Look at these sentences where which and what are used as interrogative adjectives. Here in these interrogative sentences, the interrogative pronouns are placed before nouns like book, way, and tricks. Therefore, they are interrogative adjectives. Next pronoun is distributive pronoun. A distributive pronoun is used when there are more than one persons or things to indicate that the persons or things are taken separately rather than collectively. They are each, any, either, neither, and others. Each is used to denote everyone of a number of persons or things taken as whole, taken as single, like each student out of 50, it may be 60, 70, 100, so on. Either means the one or the other of two. Neither means not the one nor the other of the two. Neither is negative of either. Hence, either and neither should be used only in speaking of two persons or things. When more than two are spoken of, any, no one, none should be used. So you can see all these are the example of distributive pronoun. You can see marked in red each, either, neither, all these are the distributive pronoun. Next is reciprocal pronoun. We use the reciprocal pronoun each other and one another when two or more persons do the same thing. As, for example, Peter and Mary help each other. It means Peter helped Mary and Mary helped Peter. Second example, we sent one another New Year cards. It means we send them a New Year card and they send a New Year card to us. A reciprocal pronoun expresses mutual action or relationship. Example of reciprocal pronouns are each other and one another. There are only two reciprocal pronouns, that is each other and one another. Each other is usually used when speaking about two people or things. One another is frequently preferred when there are more than two people, but it is not a rule that must be strictly followed. A reciprocal pronoun is used to shorten a long sentence by not repeating the same action done by two or more people. For example, Ram is waving to Rahim and Rahim is waving to Ram. Instead, we must say Ram and Rahim are waving to each other. Another example, two men hate each other. They cheated one another. It means they are many and all cheated one another. Okay. Now, next is reflexive pronoun. When self is added to my, your, her, it, and selves added to our, your, them, we get what are called reflexive pronoun. Okay. Reflexive pronoun are used as the object of a verb. When the action of the verb returns to the doer, that is, when the subject and the object are the same person. You can see here in these examples, I, who is the subject or doer, hurt myself. It means I hurt himself. Okay. I is doer, hurt is verb, and myself is object. Understand? Reflexive pronouns are never used as subject. Here in these sentences, myself and yourself are used as subject, which is wrong. Reflexive pronoun can also be used to emphasize a noun or pronoun. We can also call them emphatic pronouns. Consider the following sentences. I will do it myself. What is I? I is subject. Myself is object. We, subject, will see it to it, ourselves. Ourselves is object. He, subject, himself, object, do so. She, subject, herself, object in form 1. The town, subject, itself, object is not very large. Reflexive pronoun is normally used when the object of a sentence is the same as the subject. For example, here you can see I, subject, myself, object, which are the same. We, subject, ourselves, object. He, subject, himself, object. She, subject, herself, object, which are the same. Here in these examples, objects like ourselves, himself, herself, itself is the same as the subject like we, he, she and the town respectively. Apart from this, we can say that reflexive pronoun refers back to the subject forms of personal pronouns. That's all about the pronoun and its type. Thank you so much.